So how do we want to start this?
I think we should start it by saying what we did during the longest day of the year. Because it was the longest day in terms of total sunlight. Recently,
You know
what I did?
Like almost a week ago.
I'll start the podcast. I sat in my garden and I enjoyed the sunshine. What about yourselves?
You didn't get any more, whatever they were, bulbous things on your face.
Bulbous. Yeah, no, I nearly died, but yeah, that's fine.
So can I clarify? We're talking about the summer solstice, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I don't think I did anything even slightly remotely of note at all.
Yeah, what day was it?
Tuesday.
I played basketball on that day, so that's something. Yeah.
No, that's annoying. I don't think I did anything. I think it was just like the most boring day to have ever been.
I came back after I played basketball. It was like 10:20, and I was like, all right, I'll have since I'm dressed for it, I'll have a couple more shots, in my back garden. And then I got in, I was like, oh shit, I was doing it at basically 10:30 at night, and there was still enough light.
Yeah, which is crazy. Don't you just love? Isn't it just more than worth not having any sunlight at all during the winter?
It is. I would happily take off an hour to get an extra hour in the winter.
I truthfully wish that I had a basketball hoop in my garden, and that is one way in which I am profoundly jealous of you, Luke. Because
just the one way.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to lie, for me, I'm not sure where I would even have one, because my issue would be, so is yours like mounted on a post?
No.
It's against the wall?
No, full on from the ground up.
I think that's probably the best strategy, because I don't think I have any walls that are high enough,
Yeah. I tried to stick a basketball net up, actually. Do you remember, Dylan? I tried to stick one up at the old house.
I was going to mention it, yeah. We used to have a basketball net and a pool table in the
One
house.
of them worked.
Well,
yes.
Yeah. But I remember as well, I used to play Killer. And I was like, I think there was was it Jack's birthday or something that was like 2030 was playing the game. And I nearly won. I made it to the final 2. But who was I up against in the final? Who was I up against? Luke. And Luke didn't think, I'm just going to... I'm gonna let Dylan have his moment. I'll let Dylan. Dylan's done so well to get this far. He can have his moment. Nah.
It would have been embarrassing if I'd lost that. Come on.
I remember I watched one of those football things. One of those football films, and it had a guy, and he was like his test was, or his training was, he had like a milk bottle on one side of the pitch, and he was kicking the ball, and he was like perfectly displacing the milk bottle, like hitting the milk bottle and bouncing it away. And I thought to myself, if he can kick that far with that much accuracy, just needs to do that in the game.
There was another film.
No pressure.
It's the one where David Tennant's in it about the Munich disaster.
I've seen that.
How they train up George Best to be as
that Tom Dylan
to be.
I think you're talking about the exact film I'm talking about.
Yeah, and then he like
I'm pretty sure.
And it's like David Tennant's like as obviously not David Tennant in the film. He also does a very bad Welsh accent. I think. He does a really bad Welsh accent as well, I think. Like he's good at he's good at his accents normally, but he just doesn't come across.
You say he's good at his accents normally. How many accents has he done, to your knowledge?
He does English in Doctor Who.
He's done a Scottish accent in most things he's in, and he's done an English accent in Doctor Who.
Okay, so really the thing is
he does.
Yeah,
Scottish
accent.
Well,
yeah. To be fair, you're saying he's good at his accents. He's at 2 out of 3, and one of those is his native accent. So what you mean is, in terms of imitating accents, he only gets it right 50% of the time, which isn't actually that good for a professional actor.
It's like if I'm playing 5-a-side and I manage to score. I'm quite chuffed with myself. But if anything, it feels better just to kind of just walk back.
How many times did you score, John?
Oh, like all the time. Although I'm having a bit of a goal drought at the moment. We sometimes play at the youth centre, me and the other janitors. Sometimes
the whole team of janitors.
The janitor league.
I'm the sweeper keeper.
Right. That's good. That's clever.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I think because this is going to take a while. We should get onto the topics, and we're starting rather early, but that's because we got a very special topic that I have prepared for us, which is called Star Trek. It is a Star Trek parody. The Star Trek.
Did you just say Star Trek Troopers?
Star Trek: The Next Penetration.
Can I ask, who's going first with the topics then?
So yeah, I have delegated characters for us all. Dylan, you are Councillor Deanna Troy, Lieutenant Engineer Geordie LaForge, Ensign Wesley Crusher, and Alien One, who is the captain of the ship, as you can see. I am Transport Chief Miles O'Brien. I am First Officer William Riker, and I am Lieutenant Commander Data, and also the narrator. Michael is Captain Jean-Luc Picard.
You've got it.
Security Chief Worf. And
I'll definitely do that.
And the Alien 2, so the first officer from the alien ship.
Oh, what's the alien going to sound like?
So we're just going to...
I know what the alien's going to sound like.
Oy vey. Oh no, we're being invaded by foreign aggressors.
Okay.
We have a right to exist here.
That's funny. Go
on, Dylan.
Who's playing Luke Skywalker?
Oh, yeah.
You're waiting to say that joke, weren't you? You were waiting. So, Dylan, shall we have a bit of practice? Can you do your best Councillor Deanna Troy impression?
I'm very well versed in telepathy.
Yeah, but she's a Greek woman, isn't she?
I'm very well versed in telepathy.
That's...
With a high voice.
I can't really think what...
I'm very well versed in telepathy.
Okay, and Geordie, give us a good impression.
I mean, it does sound a bit like my it does seem sound a little bit like my mother who in the previous episode
Way Out.
who has sex with her son. But I think hopefully I can just
same thing.
kind of distinguish between the two characters.
Now, Dylan, the trick of your Geordie voice is don't be racist.
Well, I wasn't gonna be. I was just gonna make him sound just like just like a normal person because that's what it is. Apart from the fact he can't see.
Are you gonna do a Geordie accent?
Maybe I'll close my eyes every time I'm him. He can't see, man. He can't see.
Actually,
he's
his eyesight is
blind.
better.
I'm blind, Duncan.
His eyesight is better because of the.
I can't see you, man.
Because of the thing he wears around his face. What was that from? Biker Grove?
Biker Grove. It's when Ant tells Dex that he's blind.
Yeah. Dylan's Geordie will have a Geordie accent, which is a person from Newcastle, of course.
You can't see, man.
And can you do your best Wesley Crusher impression?
Actually,
he's like a nerd, right?
Yeah. So actually, he's actually called Wesley Crusher. Actually. Maybe.
What? No, it's not. What?
Yeah, he's called Wesley Crusher.
Crusher. So I will be Chief Transport Miles O'Brien. I want
to know what Dylan's alien captain will sound
like. I will get
like.
onto that later.
Oh, okay, I see.
We'll get onto that later. So, and First Officer William Riker and Lieutenant Commander Data. Michael, you will be Captain Jean-Luc Picard.
Absolutely, I will be being Jean-Luc Picard for the evening, and we will be looking at other systems and obeying the Prime Directive.
Exactly. We didn't actually mention the Prime Directive in this, but of course that's a very important part. And Picard, it's a well-known joke in the show. Like, they care so much about the Prime Directive, but it gets violated so many times.
Yes, I think I've heard that before.
Yeah. And you shall also be Worf.
Yes, I will be being Worf. I always want to call him Worf.
Captain.
In my Klingon planet, we eat gach.
Yes, that's very good. That's probably what he'd eat. Yeah, on the Klingon world. So let's get going then. Are we all ready for Star Trek: Next Penetration?
Okay. That's funny. That. Who's Captain Kirk?
It's Picard. Oh, I get it. He's doing his funny.
So let's start then, shall we? We start with a exterior shot of the Enterprise flying through space.
Captain's log, stardate 44. How do I say stardates?
Just the numbers, yeah.
Yeah, 44724.5. The Enterprise has entered the Orbitron system to study geological activity on Dimer 5. The planet has been experiencing unusual eruptions of white sticky lava. We have been sent to investigate.
We cut to the bridge of the Enterprise. All main members of the crew are there apart from Geordie and O'Brien.
How close are we, Mr. Crusher? Sorry, that was just really funny. Imagining Picard say it like that.
We are approximately 1 minute away from Dimer 5. Boy, I can't wait to see what's going on down there. I've never heard of anything like it. White lava, it sounds fascinating.
What? Dylan, why is Wesley gay? He's not gay. He's
not gay, he's just annoying.
Oh, right, okay. And don't forget Sticky, Wesley. That is a key component of why Starfleet is sending us there, as of course white lava already exists on several planets, like Ocean 2, Jelena 7, Rixla 3.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Data. If we need any more information on the properties of various planets, lava in our galaxy, I'll let you know.
Yes, sir. Happy to help.
Sorry. Captain, I'm picking something up on our sensors.
Captain, I have picked it up as well. It appears to be an unidentified spaceship heading towards us.
Is it in visual range yet, Worf? Can we put it on screen?
Yes, sir. It's up on screen now.
The bridge crew looks at the ship in front of them. The ship's design is 2 balls that are attached together.
Nice.
Is that ship what I think it is? I can't believe this.
Sir, what ship is it? I've never seen it before.
That, number 1, is a Testiculon star cover. It's been years since I last saw one of these.
Sir, is it a Romulan ship?
No, Mr. Crusher. This is far more unique.
What species uses this, Captain?
This ship, number 1, is a Faggotarian ship.
The Faggotarians? I've never heard of them before. Where are they from?
The Faggotarians are a mysterious species that come from the planet Brighttonia, thousands of light years away. Their capital is San Francisco. Apart from that, not a lot else is known about them.
Sir, they are hailing us. Should we answer?
Yes, Mr. Crusher. Put them on screen.
The Enterprise see the Faggotarians on their monitors. The Faggotarians are a humanoid race who wear tight lycra underwear and their rainbow-coloured tank tops. What differentiates them from humans is that their mouths are a lot wider and more circular. They also speak with a really high-pitched, dainty voice too.
Oh, I see.
So, Faggotarian 1, that is the captain, which is Dylan.
Hello there, Starfleet! Fancy seeing you in this part of the galaxy. Ooh, your uniforms look so much nicer than the last time I saw them. They're very nouveau chic.
Oh yes, Captain, don't they just look splendid? The stitching is perfect.
The frightened crew of the Enterprise look back at the Faggotarians, shocked at what they've seen. And then we have the intro.
Space, the final frontier.
This is really long.
These are the voyages of the Starship Enterprise.
He sounds just like me.
Yeah, just like you.
Strange new worlds. To seek out new life and new civilizations. To boldly go where no one has gone before.
I'll skip to the end.
I prefer the Voyager theme.
Yeah, well, you don't.
Hello there, I am Captain Jean-Luc Picard of the USS Starship Enterprise. This is my first officer, William Riker. Can you state your reason for being in this part of the galaxy? You are in Federation territory.
Ooh la la, what a lovely name. Jean-Luc Picard, you sound scrumptious. I am Captain Cock Bumdingler, and this is my beautiful first officer, Freddie Mercury.
Hey guys.
We are leaders of the bestest starship in the whole galaxy. The LGBTQ starship. Enter my prize.
Oh my goodness! See, I was wondering when I read Enterprise, I was thinking, is he going to make a joke about like enter this prize? And you did it.
Yeah.
The LGBTQ starship enter my prize? That seems very unlikely.
Ha! Just kidding, Captain. Our starship is called the Anus Seeker, but it is the best in the galaxy.
Well, I'd still back the Enterprise against any starship, even the Anus Seeker. But can you please answer my question, Captain Cock-Bumdingler? Why are you in this part of the galaxy?
Oh, Captain, you are so persistent.
This is
I
great.
like that in a man. We are just conducting some surveys of various space phenomena in this part of the galaxy, looking for wormholes and such. Nothing more than that.
Well, I can tell you, you won't find anything like that around here.
Captain, turn on the screen. Turn off the screen.
Okay. Okay, one moment, Cock-Bumdingler.
The screen turns off.
What is it, Councillor Troy?
He's lying to us, Captain. I can sense it. He is not just here to study space phenomena. The Anus Seeker is here for a less than innocent mission. I guarantee it.
Captain, although I am hesitant to go against Councillor Troy's betazoid instincts, I must remind you that you were correct earlier in identifying their ship as a testicular starcomer. That type of Faggotarian ship is a harmless, non-violent ship. It is not built for battle. Whatever they are doing in this part of the galaxy, it is most likely innocuous.
Thank you, Mr. Data. Well, I was right. You never forget a testicular starcomer. Those two giant bulls, stuck together, will never leave me. It's such a rare design.
Mr. Worf, is what Data said about the ship being harmless correct? What's its weapon capabilities?
The commander appears to be correct, sir. The Anus Seeker does not seem to be equipped for battle. The Enterprise could easily defeat it if we chose to engage.
Well then, Captain, I suggest we tell them to leave or else. I trust Deanna's instincts on this. It's better if they go.
I agree, number one. Put the Faggotarians back on screen.
Oh, Captain, you're back. I was worried I'd never get to stare into those pretty eyes again.
Captain Cock-Bumdingler? I feel like there are people right outside my room. Just like, Captain Cock-Bumdingler, I am officially asking you to leave Federation territory right away, or we will have to open fire on the Anus Seeker.
Where did all that aggression come from, Captain? I can't say I don't like it, but unfortunately, I am going to have to decline your offer to leave. We are staying put, even if it means we get into a scrap.
You do realize that your vessel stands no chance against the Enterprise? The battle would be over in seconds.
That's what you think, Captain. Freddie Mercury.
Yes, Captain.
Uncloak the Penetrator.
Sir, I am detecting a change in the Anus Seeker's structure. It seems to have gotten larger.
Put it up on screen, Mr. Worf.
Yes, sir. There it is.
Oh my, what has happened to it?
They appear to have been hiding part of their ship, sir.
The crew of the Enterprise looks on in horror as they see the new look of the Anus Seeker. In between its two giant balls, a long rectangular part of the ship has emerged, called the Penetrator, protruding out from the balls. At the end of the Penetrator, there is an ominous bell-shaped part with a small slit in its centre.
As Captain Cock-Bumdingler said, sir, it looks as if the Faggotarians were cloaking this Penetrator part of their ship so we couldn't see it. I am also now detecting increased weaponry and defense capabilities from the Anus Seeker.
I told you they were deceiving us, Captain.
You were right, Counselor, they were. This vessel is no testiculon starcomer. This is a phallicum ship.
It's a phallic in what?
This is
Sorry, I was a bit afraid to say it. This is a Falcon ship raper.
Sir, we are being hailed once again by the Fagatorians.
On screen, Mr. Crusher.
Hi, Captain. Do you like our new package? By the way, just to let you know, if we attack you guys, we won't be wearing any protection. That's the way we like it.
Great.
Captain Cock Bumdingler, I still demand that you vacate this territory at once. The Enterprise will not be intimidated by these sneaky Fagatorian tactics. We can and will deal with your Falcon ship raper.
Oh, Captain, it looks as though we're going to have a little bit of a scuffle to settle this then.
Shields up, Mr. Worf. Red alert. Everyone prepare for battle.
Well, I guess this is goodbye for now, Captain. You're about to see why the Anus Seeker is the best ship in the galaxy. After we're done with you, I promise you won't be able to walk for a week.
I love what you're adding to this character, Dylan. So much more than I could have imagined. Before he switches off communications with the Enterprise, Cock Bumdingler winks at Picard. The Anus Seeker puts up their shields and fires on the Enterprise, with the Enterprise firing back.
How are things looking, Mr. Data?
The Anus Seeker is holding its own against us, Captain. It is looking like an even battle thus far.
Sir, the Fagatorians have stopped firing on us. They are now changing position.
Where are they heading, Lieutenant Worf?
They seem to be moving into a position behind us, sir.
Behind us? Why would they be doing that?
Oh, I remember it all now. It's coming back to me.
What?
I like. Picard just sounds senile.
I am very old. I feel like I'm more Patrick Stewart as Professor X in Logan.
Yes.
What do you remember, Captain? What are the Fagatorians doing?
I first encountered the Fagatorians when I was on the Stargazer many years ago. We had dealings with a couple of their ships, a Testiculon Starcomer and then afterwards a Falcon ship raper. I remember we got into a disagreement with the captain of the Falcon ship raper, a Fagatorian called Homo Bombandito.
He was a famous Fagatorian, sir. The first one ever to maintain a monogamous relationship.
Thank you, Mr. Data. Anyway, instead of finding a diplomatic solution, Homo Bombandito chose to attack us. And he did so by moving behind our ship and trying to penetrate the Stargazer instead of firing phasers or photon torpedoes at us. He almost managed to do it. But luckily we escaped just in time, and I intend to do the same again. Bridge to engineer. This is Captain Picard. Mr. LaForge, is our warp drive functioning?
Yes, it is, sir. Our shields and phasers have drained some of the warp core's power, but it's still operational.
Thank you, Mr. LaForge. Mr. Data, can you please set a course to the nearest starbase at Warp 7? We will regroup there and come back for Cock Bumdingler later.
Done, sir.
Engage.
Captain, we are not moving. It appears that we do not have warp drive.
What? Mr. LaForge, what is going on down there? Do we have warp drive or not?
I thought we did, sir, but it seems that our warp core engines aren't working properly. They're just moving really slowly, which means they can't generate the power to get to warp drive. It's almost as if they've been drugged.
Captain, I just scanned for any unusual substances around the Enterprise, and our sensors have detected the presence of rohipsium, a gaseous element that can slow reactions like the ones that occur in our warp engines.
Mr. Data, do you think the Fagatorians deployed this rohipsium to nullify our warp engines?
That is... Sorry. I'm sorry. That is a likely scenario, sir. It would stop us from getting away from the Anus Seeker and give them an opportunity to penetrate the Enterprise. It seems that they have learned from their encounter with the Stargazer.
God damn it, Bombantito. I thought we had you beaten. Mr. Worf, send in all power to our rear shields at once. Commander Data, fire our photon torpedoes at the Anus Seeker's penetrator right now.
Yes, Captain.
Captain, our rear shields are too weak. The Anus Seeker is penetrating our back door.
The photon torpedoes aren't doing enough, sir. The Anus Seeker is about to force itself into the Enterprise.
Oh, Captain, Captain, the Fagatorians are hailing us again.
On screen, Mr. Crusher.
Prepare to be boarded, Captain. One of my favourite things about this job is when we get to be very naughty seamen. Or bomb pirates, if you prefer. Anyway, I'm ending our call now. See you soon.
I've always hated faggot.
Is that your completed sentence, Captain?
No, number one. I meant to say I've always hated fagotarians, but I had to clear my throat. Anyway, Mr. Worf, send all security personnel to where the fagotarians will enter the Enterprise. Number one, join him there. The rest of you, stay here, apart from Mr. Data, who will join me in engineering. Counselor, you have the bridge.
Data and Picard go down to join Geordi in engineering as the Anus Seeker fully penetrates the Enterprise and the Fagotarians storm the ship. They start to overwhelm the Enterprise's security team.
These fagotarians are too good for us. They are fit and very flexible. I cannot hit them with my phaser.
The Fagotarians leap and dance over the Enterprise's phaser fire and quickly take a lot of the crew hostage, including Worf and Riker. They take the hostages to 10 forward and then try to storm the transportation room. Meanwhile, Picard and Data make it to engineering to talk to Geordi.
Geordi, can you seal off engineering so nobody can get into this area? It's vital if we are to win this battle.
I don't know, Captain. That's gonna be tough. I guess I could create a plasma distorted caridium induced biometrical force field around us using the warp plasma coils to power it. That should do the trick.
Make it so. This will protect our warp engines and give us the time we need to defeat the faggot.
Did you need to clear your throat again, sir?
Yes, Mr. Data, that's it. I think I need some water.
Captain Picard, come in. It's O'Brien. These Fagotarians are trying to break into the transporter room. If they do, they'll be able to transport under the main bridge and take control of the ship.
Mr. O'Brien, do your best to try and hold them off.
Will do, Captain. I remember me priest warned me about these Fagotarians when I was a little one.
I'm not sure about that, Mr. O'Brien. We've only known about the Fagotarians for 15 years or so.
Captain, they've broken into the room. I've been hit. Father McDermott was right about you lot.
Mr. O'Brien, are you still there? Damn it. Geordi, how's the force field coming along?
It should be operational right now. Wow, it's incredible, Captain. When you asked me seal of engineering, I thought it would be too difficult a task, but I managed to do it in just a couple of minutes. What are the odds, eh?
Well done, Mr. LaForge. That's why you're my chief engineer. What's that they say again? Oh yes, once you go black, you never go back. I can see why people say that now.
Thank you, sir. I guess.
Anyway, the main reason why I wanted to protect ourselves here in engineering is because we needed time to create the substance that we need to help us defeat the Fagotarians.
What substance were you thinking of, sir?
Well, Mr. Data, after our encounter with the Fagotarians all those years ago, we only learned a few things about them, but one of those things was that they are all carriers of a disease called Hermania Inmen Viagron, also known as HIV for short. Now, this disease is harmless to the Fagotarians. They've lived with it for generations. However, if this dormant HIV disease comes into contact with a specific substance, it can morph into something new and harm the Fagotarians. Data, can you try and find out what that substance is? It should be in Starfleet records.
Yes, sir. I will search my data banks right now. Yes, I found it. The substance you are looking for, Captain, is called Reganium. Yeah. If this substance comes into contact with the HIV disease, then it would cause utter devastation for the carrier, as the HIV disease would then morph into a far deadlier disease the Fagotarians are not immune to.
Yes, that's it, Data. And I also recall that the disease with the HIV that the HIV morphs into is called
Asiad Imen Dickinsey Spermidrome, also known as AIDS for short. Tell me, Data, how easy is it to create this Rayganium?
Well, sir, it seems we need 2 elements to create it. One of them is called homophobium. We have that on the ship in abundance after it was gifted to us by the Russian colonists on Volga 4.
Yes, they were so grateful to us after we defeated those giant bears that were terrorizing them.
Correct, Geordie. But the other element we need is a bit more difficult to find. It's called Christianite. I am unable to think of any place on the ship where that element could be.
Actually, I think I might know of a place, Mr. Data. That conversation I had with Chief O'Brien before he was presumably slaughtered by the Faggotarians reminded me of when he told me that he always carried around a box of Christianite to ward off satanic spirits. He has gotten this box as a gift from his church as a young boy after a former priest of his was caught raping one of his classmates. Anyway, the box should be in his room. We need to go get it.
I'll go and get it, sir. I'm by far the most capable of handling the Faggotarians.
Okay, Dita. I'll lower the force field. Chief O'Brien's room isn't too far from here, so you shouldn't be gone too long.
Data goes off to Chief O'Brien's room to try and find the Christianite. Meanwhile, we cut to 10 forward bar. The Faggotarians have taken control of the bridge, and therefore have taken many members of the Enterprise hostage, including Worf, Riker, and Wesley Crusher. Captain Cock Bumdingler meets them in 10 forward.
Hi, guys! Wow! Look at all these hostages! Well done, everyone! We'll celebrate afterwards with a nice sex on the beach cocktail, and then have a couple of drinks as well. I was thinking that. Ooh! I am the worst, aren't I?
We have secured their bridge as well, sir.
Excellent job, Freddie Mercury. I always knew you had potential. Ever since I saw you fit that whole glass jar inside of you at training camp, I knew you'd make a fine first officer. Or should I say, fist officer?
You won't get away with this, Cock Bumdingler. You've made a big mistake attacking Starfleet.
Ooh, look what we've got here. It's Commander Riker. You're so tall and handsome, Commander. I think you'd make a fantastic Faggotorian if you'd like to join us.
There's not a chance I'd ever join you. I've already had as many gay experiences as I'd ever want.
Oh, that's a shame, Commander. But what about you? What's your name? Don't know why he suddenly became yeah.
Wesley Crusher.
Oh, Wesley Crusher. How about Wesley Crush'em?
Tee. Good one, Freddie. But seriously, Wesley, you look like you'd make a great dilithium shoveler, if you know what I mean. We could use a young supple boy like you down on the lower decks.
Do not pollute the boy's mind with filthy ideas. Stay away from him.
How about you, Lieutenant Worf? Fancy joining us? I know secretly you must be dying to take that silly sash and put on this love. And put on this lovely multicolored and put on this lovely multicolored tank top.
The answer is no. Klingons abhor the Faggotarian lifestyle. It is disgusting to us. I do not understand how you can prance around like that in those revealing outfits and think highly of yourselves. You have no honor.
That's not what your dad said to me.
You have talked to my father, Moch.
Okay. Okay. No, that was a joke, you fucking retard.
What did you say? How dare you insult my honor?
What are you even doing here, Captain? Why is Dima 5 of such interest to you that you had to attack us?
I'll tell you that if you tell me where Captain Picard is. I'd just love to meet him. Maybe he can be convinced to join us. I think the name Captain Dicard would suit him a lot better.
I have no idea where he is, and even if I did, I wouldn't tell you.
Oh well, don't worry, we'll get him. We're very good at finding our secrets about men, Commander.
We cut to Data, who is looking for the Christianite in O'Brien's room. Data looks in his drawers and finds the Christianite under O'Brien's Bible and walks back to engineering. However, a Fagatorian spots him and starts firing at Data. Data just manages to get back inside the force field in engineering just in time and sees that Geordi is ready to start the reaction. However, the Fagatarians have now found Picard as they can see him through the force field. They tell their captain and he sends down his first officer, Freddie Mercury, to investigate.
Great job on getting the Christianite Data. I've got the homophobium over here, so I guess now it's time to create some reganium. We'll use the heat of the warp core exhaust pipe to heat up the elements to make it.
Hey guys! Freddy here. What are you all doing over there? Mind if I take a little peek inside this force field? Perhaps we can go up to 10 forward. The captain is waiting for you.
Captain! Data! It works! We have the reganium! Quickly, let's put it in our fuses and take back the ship!
Come on, guys. I haven't got all day. I was planning on getting my nails done later. Please come out of there now. Just like how I had to come out of the closet. It was a beautiful ceremony.
Make sure we set our phasers to unleash the Rayganium as a gas. That way there's little chance the Fagatarians can avoid it.
Good idea, Mr. Data. Okay, Geordi, drop the force field.
The force field is dropped and the trio fire their phasers at the Fagatarians, using the gaseous Rayganium.
What on Brightonia is this? Why do I feel so weird? Like I've sat on a dildo too fast. Oh.
Captain, it appears the Rayganium is having its intended effect. Freddie Mercury is vomiting blood.
Yes, it's working. The Rayganium is turning the Fagatarians' HIV into full-blown AIDS. Good work, Mr. LaForge.
The trio watch as the Fagatarians vomit blood and also start to develop tumours on their body. They all step over the barely alive Fagatarians with Freddie Mercury screaming in pain like a little girl. And then all set off towards 10 forward. They enter 10 forward bar and see all of the Enterprise crew has been taken hostage.
Oh, Captain Picard, so nice of you to join us. I was wondering where you were.
I am giving the Fagatarians one last chance to surrender, Cockbumdingler. Give us back the Enterprise now.
Ooh, Captain! Where's this confidence come from? You're making me feel weak in my knees. Truth be told, I am starting to really like this Enterprise. So sorry, but I don't think I'm going to give it up. The 10 forward bar, for instance, is really cute. Although the name isn't great. I think I'll rename it something like Stonewall instead.
That's it. Mr. Data, Mr. LaForge, prepare to fire your phasers. I'm tired of dealing with this faggot.
Need to clear your throat again, sir?
Not this time, Mr. Data. Not this time. Fire phasers.
The trio fire their phasers at the Fagatarians with a gaseous Rayganium, slowly filling 10 forward and infecting all of them. Some start to drop onto the floor, with many confused at what is happening to them.
What on Brightonia is this? Why do I feel so weird? Like I've drank some stale semen.
That, Cockbumdingler, is a gaseous substance known as Rayganium. It is currently turning your dormant HIV disease into something far more deadly. AIDS!
Reganium? AIDS? I thought that was all a myth. A scary story that the drag queens told at night to frighten us when we were all little twinks.
Well, you better start believing it, Captain.
Captain, you would really unleash this gay plague on us. You are savages.
Complain about it on Twitter, cockbumdingler. I'm taking back my ship.
Ah!
Then Cockbumdingler starts convulsing, his body spasming as he vomits blood all over the floor of 10 forward. All the other Faggotarians do the same as Picard regains control of the Enterprise. The battle is over. We cut to an exterior shot of the Enterprise with Picard giving us his summary of the situation in his ready room.
Captain's log, supplementary. We have stopped the Faggotarians from taking control of the Enterprise, and have also managed to secure their anus seeker as well. All Faggotarians that survive the Rayganium infection will be delivered to Starbase 431 for sentencing. Starfleet has acted angrily to this attack on the Enterprise, and is debating whether to ban the Faggotarians from engaging in sodomy in Federation territory. Good riddance, I say.
Sir, I've got an update for you on Dima 5.
Ah yes, come in number 1. What is it?
It appears that the Faggotarians were experimenting with the lava in Dima 5 and trying to make a weapon out of it. We accessed some of their files on the Anus Seeker, and look what we found.
Operation Cum Shot. Oh my, number 1. This is incredible. It seems that the Faggotarians were trying to build a weapon that would splatter the sticky lava they created on Dima 5 onto an opposing ship in battle.
It's genius, sir, but very frightening. You never know what tactics these Faggotarians will come up with next.
Yes, number 1. But at least we foiled them today. Hopefully we can do the same when we encounter them in the future. I wouldn't want our children to grow up in a galaxy influenced by the Faggotarians. We need to protect them.
I agree with that, sir.
Sorry to bother you, Captain, but I was wondering if I could have some time off to go to the Galaxy Vision song. I was wondering if I could have some time off to go to the Galaxy Vision Song Contest. It's being hosted by Earth this year since we won it last time. I don't know why, but for some reason, I suddenly just really want to go.
Great. Picard and Riker look at each other suspiciously as they wonder if Wesley has been influenced by their foes. We pan out to see the Enterprise zooming through space on its way to Starbase 431. End of the episode, and we get the good old outro music. And there we go. We are done with the
Very good.
with this. Obviously, I've watched a ton of Star Trek. I tried to make it as realistic as possible to what would happen in an actual episode.
Yeah.
With,
Gene Roddenberry, more like Gene Rod is buried in your arsehole.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, obviously, you know, there were some funny elements in there, but did you find the story gripping and entertaining?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, it was a lot more. There was a lot of plot to it. Which I think was good.
Yeah, I mean, that was.
I like how we returned back to the cum lava.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I really. Yeah. They have a problem and they work out like an engineering solution to fix it and all of that. This time it was, of course, giving the Faggotarians AIDS. But yeah. I guess, you know, are you going to start watching Star Trek The Next Generation now, Dylan?
I almost feel like I do actually want to watch it after that. This has been a very good advert for the series for me.
Yes. Shout out to the character you portrayed with what was he?
Cockbumdingler.
Cockbumdingler. Yeah, you added a lot of personality there. So well done.
Yes.
Yeah. I finished watching all of The Next Generation, so I decided to do this. So yeah, let's give me a rating for the topic now. Dylan, you go first.
I mean, I was very worried when it was something to do with Star Trek. I was presuming a potentially a low rating since I hadn't seen it. But Luke, honestly, this is perfection. It's so perfect. It can only be given the perfect score of a 9 out of 10.
I knew he was brilliant.
No, I'm joking.
Right,
if I could give you an 11, I would. But it's definitely it's an easy 10. So much hard work has gone into this, and it's very good work, Luke. Easy 10 there.
Okay, thank you. Michael, what about you?
Yeah, I also liked it. I thought it was, yes, I would agree with Dylan on the hard work. And also it was funny, and I thought there was some good. I liked the way there were like different voices and the multiple characters, and I really feel like they were quite fleshed out. It could have been maybe even denser, I think, with the humor. There were like a few moments that were just like really. With that said, yeah, I was kind of torn between an 8 or a 9. And I think, seeing as Dylan's already given you a 10, so it seems unlikely that you're not going to win, I might as well just seem generous and give you a 9. So there we go. You get a 9.
Oh, right. Thank you. Yeah. The thing is, yeah, you're right. It wasn't as dense as it could have been. I did, because I was thinking I was trying to make, more of a parody. And I was kind of torn between like, oh, should I just make it really stupid, or should I just make it more serious with a few laughs thrown in? But I towards the end I started to let it get a bit more stupid, and I guess I'd do that from the start if I ever to do it again. But yeah, I am obviously, look, I think it's fair to give myself a 10. I put in a lot of work for that. 5,000 words, guys. 5,000 words. Wow. Well, no, not 4,600. Yeah. So anyway, I get a score of 29 for that.
Yeah. So all I need to do is get 10s from everybody to maintain my streak.
Yes.
Yeah. I also need a piss. But Dylan can introduce his topic if he likes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can, Dylan.
Who wants a light-hearted chat about abortion?
Is that actually going to be your topic?
Yeah, it was actually what I was planning to do. Yeah.
Oh my god! Wow. You said my topic last week was depressing, but damn.
Yeah. Let's not do that. I'm going to do something different. I don't want to bring the mood down. It's almost like there was this time there was like this big shooting that happened in like Cumbria, where this guy like killed a lot of people. So what they had to do is they pulled an episode of Coronation Street because of it, because something similar was happening, and they didn't want it to be disrespectful, and they replaced it with an episode of Harry Hill's TV Burp. And I think it's just like a makeshift change to the schedule. So anyway, also, since it's probably impossible for me to claim a win this week as well. But yeah, I was going to bring up the abortion thing because of like the Roe versus Wade, and we can have like a light-hearted, humorous discussion about it.
Did you think that could have won?
Yeah, well, normally things like that. Sometimes I nearly won one. I think I won.
To be fair, we could have made some inappropriate jokes about it, which would have been funny.
I did.
Like, literally, the day it happened, I said to I was like, did you hear the tragic news of all the babies that are going to be alive now? All the babies that aren't going to be murdered. Did you hear the tragedy?
Yeah, anyway. Congress can keep their laws off my body. But yeah, who would you?
It's the Supreme Court, by the way, Dylan.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah, he did say that.
Let's talk about abortion. Why not?
Great.
I'm not gonna. I was gonna abort the topic, but then I decided that based on new legislation, it's probably a good idea to not do so, and let it go to term. Let it be born, and then I will deal with the poor results. If my topic gets low scores because I decided not to abort it and doesn't go very far in life, then so be it.
Did anyone see the clip of the woman who was like, people say we don't trust women with what to do with their bodies, but we do. We trust women with who they should let ejaculate inside them. Did you see that clip?
No, I don't think I did.
It was like an actual politician who said it.
Anyway, yeah, I was going to talk about abortion. Like, I think, it's one of those. It's controversial, which is why it's fun to have a light-hearted discussion about it. You see, I would say that I'm against abortion, but I'm also liberal enough to not want to outlaw it.
Yeah, I mean,
that's heroic.
Yeah, that's great, Dylan. That's fantastic. You're a real hero.
What an original point of view.
Yeah, that's crazy. I've never heard that before.
That's me. Yeah. Has anyone else ever said that before? Because I feel like people are either...
Yeah, lots of people have said that.
Because you either
I don't know, yeah.
You either get those ultra-Christians that want every pregnant woman to give birth, and those people that like turn up and they almost petition, like pro-abortionists, they almost go to like hospitals and like demand that these pregnant women abort their babies before.
That is true. That does happen a lot, actually.
So yeah, there was like this thing on South Park once where Cartman's like trying to get people to get abortions for like to get stem cell research, and then he speaks to like this pregnant woman who's like, "Ma'am, you could abort your baby," and it's like, "No, we're gonna have this baby." "Oh, but ma'am, there's this dying woman in the hospital," and the man with us like, "Come on, we can always make another one."
Right. That's
And what's the other thing I'm going for?
they really know what they're doing over there in South Park.
It's very good satire, I find. It's very good
Yeah,
satire.
they really hit the marks.
But you know, stem cell
satire
research,
really, they do be punching up.
I just think it's quite depressing, really. I mean, and all the rights are going to get rolled back as well. This is just the first of them.
I mean, yeah, it's in reality, it's almost like which country's more forward at the moment, like Saudi Arabia or the United States of America.
Probably still the United States. Probably still the United States. But hey, the gap's closing. What can you say?
the gap's...
women can drive now in Saudi Arabia,
exactly.
and USA women, they can't get abortions, so it just gets a little bit.
It's only
a bit closer together.
Only a matter of time before they're sent back to the kitchen and getting stoned, and also
getting stoned within the kitchen.
Yeah, maybe
they're smoking out this dank, sticky bud.
They might bring back polygamy as well. Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Good. Now that
yes, great. Yeah, but I mean that's the Mormon thing. I don't think. I don't know if it's going to be popular throughout America.
I don't know. Michael... I feel like the men might.
I finally found it.
Oh, you found it?
Yeah. Don't worry. Yeah, this is gonna. I'm gonna be like, what if we all gave Dylan a 10 because we all thought there was no chance that he could win? It's like, just because I know you can't win, I'm gonna give you a 10, and then we all do it. Even the third person who somehow doesn't even realize.
That I clearly don't trust women enough to make choices to control their own body, and my response is, I do trust women enough to control when they allow a man to ejaculate. So inside of them, and to control that intake of semen. So that may be inflammatory, but I think as a legislature, we have the responsibility to create a legal framework that is friendly in supporting rights.
So there we go. I also like how she says ejaculate so inside of them, not just inside of them, but like so inside of them.
Yeah, so it goes up the fallopian tube.
Get that cervix penetration.
Because it's not like you can accidentally get pregnant. That's not a thing. If you want to make someone pregnant, you've got to really try and make them pregnant. You've got to go all the way up that tube.
Yeah, people do try. Like, it's funny that people try to get pregnant and then they can't. They've really got to work on that system.
I know, it's crazy. Yeah.
I have a solution to this, which is, how like there are a lot of like millennials living at home, kind of, just being like man children, like not really kind of going out and adulting epic style.
Epic adulting, yeah.
Yeah. And with that said, how about they adopt those kids? So like they adopt me, for example. So I'd be like, I want to be a bit, or like also, it doesn't have to just be like the men who are, kind of not really entering adult life authentically. It could also be men, and maybe even women who have like that weird kind of like being treated like a child fetish, like being treated like a baby. So like maybe you could have it so, let's say for example, a couple wants to adopt. Maybe they find like some weird Tumblr girl who, wants to wear diapers and suck a pacifier, and they can adopt her, take care of. So yeah, what I'm suggesting is maybe we turn adults into children, like have adults be children.
So it's like those women that dress up like babies and get adopted.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Present that argument to the Supreme Court, and all of a sudden abortion's legal again.
Yeah, I'm also thinking, we do have dwarves in society, right? Like, people who are vertically challenged, let's say. And with that in mind, they could be kind of filling in the gap with, adoption. So, like instead of, you could just adopt Peter Dinklage. Is that a good idea?
I don't think Peter Dinklage would be too happy with that.
I see.
Would
he consider it degrading? Is the question.
Perhaps. Maybe as degrading as the movie Tiptoes.
What about instead of, like those women that dress up like babies, how about instead of adopting them, we just abort them?
Oh, that's it. I know what we could do. Like, people aren't thinking big enough here. Okay, there aren't enough babies, so what would we need to do? Kill more parents.
Let's not kill the parents. Let's
abort them. Yeah, because if you abort them, it's fine. It's not murder if you call it abortion, according to the loony left.
Yeah, and so we need more. Well, we get a lot of school shootings in America, therefore we need some office shootings instead.
Yeah.
I think that's probably better to get rid of the parents.
True. That's why they can't, like, that's why they need to adopt, because, like, as soon as, like, all the kids get killed in school shootings, the parents are, like, out the next day. It's like, you know how, like, when you've, sometimes if like, your dog dies, you go to the pound and you get a new dog. They could just have that system, and it wouldn't matter.
Well,
it wouldn't matter
the dog's died, time to get a new one.
Yes, they could just do that with, like, when the kids die in the school shootings, just, like, go down to the place where all the the babies that haven't been aborted, they'll all be in the pound, and you can just go pick them up.
Maybe that's how children in America should be treated now, like as pets. Like, they come and they go, they're easy to find and they're easy to die, It's just like
that is a good system,
facts of life,
Yeah. Good stuff.
Good stuff. I think we've solved abortion. Right, Dylan, let's have a rating for your topic.
I'm going to give myself a 7.
Okay, Michael, what are you going to give Dylan?
Well, I mean, if there was anything in it, I'd probably give it a 5, but seeing as it doesn't really matter, I'm going to give it a 6.
Okay, 7, 6, 5. Great. Right, Michael, what's your topic?
Oh,
okay,
that was my rating.
so
Okay.
Yeah, you got 18.
Yeah. So
11 points off the leading one.
Yeah, I think I got the highest rating ever. It's 29. I think that's the highest.
I mean, you did give yourself a 10, but
So did you.
I know. I kind of ironically gave myself a 10 that time, but yeah.
I know. I mean, for my topic. You gave myself a 10, so it wasn't just me. Like, but anyway, what's your topic, Michael?
My topic is weird or inappropriate things that my grandma has said. Oh, sorry, my nana. She's actually called my nana, which is how I distinguish my maternal grandma from my paternal grandma. 2 things. I have a cousin. He's about 18, I want to say, and he has a sister who's about 4 or 5. It's one of those things. When you got like a sibling, but they're like not very close to you in age. Anyway, so she got her school photo taken, right? And then my nana said to my cousin, "Oh, you should take that to school and tell everyone she's your girlfriend."
Wow.
And my cousin just went, he's from Leicester, so he's from the north.
No, he's not.
I thought
How far north is Leicester of Milton Keynes?
It's about 45 minutes.
Wow.
So he's from Leicester, so from the far north. It's hard for me to even tell what he's saying because it's such a deep northern accent. He's like, that's a bit weird. And I thought that's a funny. It was just like, I don't know, just like everything. Like, it was just like such a weird thing to say, followed by him just like very casually pointing out it was weird. Now, the other thing is that I have another cousin who is possibly 14. We were, as you know, at a family gathering on Saturday. Everyone knows this.
Yeah, I knew that.
We're at a family gathering, and it's a family gathering that also doubles up as a charity event. Here's the thing. So I'm just coaching, minding my own business, watching the amateur football, and then my nana calls me over, and she directs my attention to my cousin and her friend who are there. And she says, "What do you think about these girls' bodies? What do you think about their bodies?" And I'm like, not really sure how to respond. I mean, I don't even know if I say anything until she then gives me the prompt. She says, "Do you think they could stand to gain some weight?" And I'm like, okay, that's not much better as a prompt, because now it's just I need to say, how much weight could my cousin stand to gain, who is, like I say, I think about 14. So not wholly appropriate for me to comment on, really. But then finally,
you've got the body dysmorphia thing, don't you?
Exactly, yeah. But finally, as I'm like kind of trying to work out what could be a remotely acceptable answer to this line of inquiry, she then says, "Don't you think they should buy a donut?" And that's when I realize she's running the donut stand, which is trying to, help to make money. So I'm like, oh,
So she was joking.
Yeah, the donut, and I was like, oh, in that case, yeah, they should definitely buy some donuts, for the community. And there we go. So basically, I was coaxed into almost.
It could have been a really funny sitcom scenario there.
I know, yeah. It feels like something that would happen in this show, and I don't know if you've heard of it, Luke, called Arrested Development.
Yes. Have you ever seen that, Luke?
And there you go. That's just a random succession of little things that
Michael's travels around Middle England. The fucking Jubilee thing a couple of weeks ago.
I know.
And now this, he's got so many things.
Yeah. I feel like I don't know. I always find myself in small kind of local, low-profile community events. It's very much my scene.
Okay, right. So let's have a rating for Michael's topic then. Dylan, you go first.
Well, it was almost as good as mine, I found. So an 8 out of 10.
Okay, Michael.
I think that adds to the comedy because sitcoms are very successful. So I'm gonna give it an 8.
Okay, an 8. I was gonna give it a 7, so I will, and that gives you a score of 23.
The win streak comes to an end.
The win.
We have a new winner.
Fucking 29. My score is the winning score. Michael, your streak has now been broken, and it took a damn good topic to break it, I have to say.
That's a lot of hard work, though.
Yeah, it's okay, yeah. There's no shame in being beaten by the best.
Okay, so let's do our final thoughts then. Dylan, you go first.
So a church is passing out donation boxes. Whoever pays the most money for the church can choose 3 hymns at the end of the service. The pastor offers to learn more donations. When the gay man receives a donation tin, he leaves £1,000 in the tin. When the tin arrives back at the pastor's office, he is taken aback. Whoever made such a tremendous donation, please make yourselves known. And the gay man goes, I did. The gay man as he stands up. The pastor gives the man a friendly grin and says, thank you so much for a generous contribution to this church. This church would appreciate it if you could choose 3 hymns. I'll take him and him and him, the gay man says as he points around the cathedral.
Good one.
Great. Right, Michael.
It's because the songs that they sing.
Have I ever told you the one about the 2 gay guys on the aeroplane?
No,
I want to hear it.
So there are these 2 gay guys on the aeroplane, right? One of them, we'll call him John, and what should the other gay guy be called?
Lennon?
No, bad name. How about
Steve.
similar sounding? I was going to say is Dylan.
No, let's not go for that.
Okay, Steve. John and Steve. Okay, fine. What about Adam and Steve?
Adam and Steve.
Yeah. John and Steve. So John is like, we could have a cheeky little subtle discreet quickie right now, join the old Mile High Club. And Steve's like, right, what, right here? And John's like, yeah, no one's gonna notice. And to prove his point, he stands up and loudly asks, does anyone have a pen? Can I borrow a pen from anybody? And nobody pays attention to him, because of the individualism brought upon us by neoliberalism. They're not interacting. And just react as if you've never heard it before. And the punchline is just this hilarious thing.
Right, will do.
So basically, he gets down. He says, "See, Steve, no one's going to notice." So they decide to bang. Then, when the plane lands, everyone's getting off, and this old man has sick all down the front of his torso. He's thrown up everywhere. And the stewardess says, sir, you could have asked for a plastic bag. And the man says, well, I was going to, but this other guy asked for a pen and he got fucked up the arse. Funny. Now, what's your joke about gay people, Luke?
No, I've already done enough jokes about gay people today. Actually, to speak.
Hang on, Luke. I don't want to have to change the rating.
Retroactively.
It's locked in. You can't. No. We are going to do some gay movie parodies next week.
Oh, okay.
Movie parodies? But you've already done... Oh, don't do The Hobbit.
We've done a gay TV series.
Well, we'll see, of course. I've run out of Lord of the Rings movies.
That's what I was thinking, yeah.
If you want to do a gay TV series, Dylan, you can. It's just like a gay media property that you've made gay, basically.
Gay media.
Yeah. So join us at that next week for that, yeah. yeah, I'm gonna have to find a thumbnail of fucking Picard, fucking Riker.
Or maybe someone getting aborted.
Probably not. Probably not gonna happen.
No, that's clickbait. All right, that's probably going to be around where it ends. I don't think we're going to go anywhere after that.